Hello and welcome to Amare Divina, a space of spiritual sovereignty, freedom, love, light, and reclamation. I never know why I pause so much in that intro. Anyways, today we are going to actually do a pick a card. I don't know how many. It's either two or three. It's probably three, but each one is really quick. You can listen to as many as you'd like, however many you are called to. But I just want to take a peek and see what we can expect next on our journey of ascension and initiation. Something, hopefully, it's something to look forward to, or it's just, preparing us, telling us to, get our energy field together so that we can receive our next challenge. And we're going to see who's going to come through for these piles or these readings. These are quick readings, by the way. I'm using like 4 or 5 decks, but they should be quick. All right, and who is our first master or mentor? Master or mentor, our first guide. Oh, okay. Wolf. It says winter, but wolf is the first option that you have today. Is winter. Take care of your needs. The second option you have today is hunter. Track down your fears and desires. Oh, yes. I'm feeling that one right there. Mostly the track down your... Well, I guess they're intertwined. Fears and desires. And who is our third friend today? If there is a third friend, we're going to do 2 more shuffles. If there's a third friend, please make yourself known to me. Oh, there is. Oh, it's a good one. They're all good ones. She-wolf, unleash the wild within. Okay, we're going to get some dice. We're going to get some cards. And we're going to see what's next on our spiritual path of awakening or our ascension journey, wherever it is that you're at. Not for me to tell you, but for me to illuminate whatever it is that might be distracting you, or you got that feeling like there's something I need to hear, there's something I need to know right now. And that's my intention, is to become a clear channel to allow that to come through for you as a reflection of source to yourself. So let's do this. We are going to get right into winter. Okay, so first we're going to roll some dice. All right, we have South Node in Capricorn in the 11th house. There might be a tendency to ignore your own needs, your own physical needs. Like physical keeps coming through to answer some kind of calling. And it's an old habitual pattern that does not serve you in this life. It's like you need to lean more into a nourishment energy. Winter, take care of your needs. Makes sense here. Wait, am I going in the order? Yeah, okay. Let's pull out the next. And so what you want to prepare for on your path is, oh, that was fast. Take a breather. Okay. And it's in Cancer, no less. Last quarter moon in Cancer. Yeah, that's that nourishment energy. So right now, or maybe what you have been doing, oh, it says be proud of yourself, Taurus. Be proud of everything that you've done. This isn't a dismissal of anything that you've done in the past, any works that you have put in, any physical labor that you may have put in. But a time is coming where there's going to need to be a shift in whatever your current trajectory is. And it's important that you're at your best mentally, physically, and emotionally. But physically is coming through really critically here. It's like someone who gives something all of their attention because, whoa, that's more than I expected. Oh my goodness. Okay. 3, you're a very wise person. People seek you out for wisdom. They seek you out for wisdom. They seek you out for direction, especially in this physical realm. Physicality is coming through a lot. So I don't know if this maybe has a lot to do with material things. It has something to do with materiality and people seeking you out for what it is that you know. You're a very wise and respected person. People want to be like you in that respect, but it's causing issues with your boundaries. And you're being asked to pay attention to your mental health here. Your mental and emotional health, because there's an over stimulation going on in your physicality. It's like there's a disconnect. I keep getting workhorse, kind of like a workhorse, just being sent out into the earthly realm, the physical realm to do. People are looking up to you. You've done quite well in that realm, but now you need to chill out and check in with yourself, check in with your own internal needs. And this is going to require a lone wolf situation. You may have to head on your own for a little bit. It doesn't mean you have to be cold and callous to everyone, but you do need to learn to say no. I feel like you're not someone who has trouble saying no in general, but you are someone who has trouble turning away those in need in a professional capacity. You may be accustomed to being a fairly reliable person. Yeah, and you are overworked. You're overworked. You need to chill. Take a breather. You need to immerse yourself. Maybe you're avoiding the waters because, listen, I know the waters can be some rough terrain because that's where our emotional body is, right? And that alone time is going to, yeah. You're not being asked to not, there's a lot of support around. Look, Four Swords, that's about resting your mind. There's a lot of spiritual support coming through here for you. Non-physically is what I'm getting. There's a lot of spiritual support coming through here for you to help nourish you and to give you what you need if you would just pull back and receive. This is a time to receive things instead of going out there and making it happen all the time. And I promise you, your world will fall apart detrimentally. I don't know what will happen next, but I don't want to pretend to know what's going to happen next. But what I can say is that you're a beautiful person and it's time to let that come through. And the only way that it'll come through in its totality is if you ease up a little bit and let some things show its face to you so that it can be addressed and integrated properly. Ace of Cups. Yeah. You need time to get that heart to fill on up. You need to really spend some time with your emotional self so that you can release some things properly so that they don't cling to you and so that you're no longer making decisions from that space, habitually speaking, that old space of whatever it is that you considered the way to maneuver in this life. And so to prepare you on your journey, whatever you're going through at this time, you're being asked to really take a look at your personal, physical, emotional needs mainly. Mental, yeah, but emotional, because there's something about the link there being heavily emotional. Nymph of Pentacles. You need to make your next project yourself. You are your next project. Nymph of Cups. Yeah, maybe dabble in some arts. The nymph is the page in this deck. So maybe dabbling in some artistic endeavors, spending some time alone. You did enough giving, it's time to receive. What you really need, which I think is intimacy. I think you need some kind of intimacy of some kind. True, authentic, loving, nourishing intimacy. And I think that's going to have to start with you, because for someone to give you something, you got to have your hand out to receive it. That sounded weird for you. I don't think someone like you likes that choice of explanation. So let me pick something else. In order to receive, energetically speaking, that heart space needs to be open and ready to receive. And that takes some personal solo work. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you have to spend time alone and give yourself this emotional nourishment so that the universe, spirit, God, whatever it is that you want to call the endless amount of support that's around you right now, can go ahead and usher in what it needs to usher in so that it can help you fill that cup up so you can become more heart-led in your next endeavor. You're not asking to stop being whatever it is that who you are. But I mean, unless you identify with your physical works, then maybe it feels that way. But really what you're being asked to do is embrace more of who you are. Take a more gentle approach to who you are. Become less critical of who you are and step away from statistics a little bit, whatever that may mean to you. And embrace this more magical side of you, the more free, whimsical part of you. You can do it on your own. You don't need to let the world know you're doing it. They're just saying you've put in enough work on whatever it is you put work in on. And now you need to chill out and pull back and really tune in on yourself. The collective will be okay if you step away for a moment. I have the feeling that you've done a lot for the collective somehow, some way, whether that's for an actual group of people or an individual who's going to go out and spread that that wisdom that you've shared, but it's really time for you to take care of your own personal needs so that this next phase can go as smoothly and gracefully as possible for you. Because those who are called to these type of readings usually have some type of great work to fulfill, but they need to be emotionally prepared for it, and they are important too, as an individual and as a soul. So that is what you need to know about what's next on your spiritual path. What's next is time being taken out for yourself. They're going to make sure you take the time out for yourself. They can't force you to do it, but they can definitely, by they, I mean your team, could definitely bring about circumstances where it'll be difficult for you to say that there's no time. If you catch my drift, like, just get ahead of this. That's what I'm trying to say. Get ahead of it and choose it for yourself, versus something weird happening where, you know, the optimal answer is to go home, or the optimal answer is to go to the spa. I don't know. Whatever. Ooh, good food. Good food is what's coming through for me. Just having a really good meal. Connecting with family who make you feel, doesn't have to be blood family, just people that are familial like to you. Connecting in with them, physical or non-physical, whatever it is that does it for you. You just need this nourishing connection, but you have to put the wires together within yourself to get that energy flowing so that more and more of that nourishing energy can come your way. All right, so that's what's next for you on your spiritual path. If you are interested in knowing what the hunter has to say on this matter, then stick with me. If not, that's everything. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope to see you again. Bye-bye. The hunter. Track down your fears and desires. Let's get the dice here. Venus, Aquarius, and the 6th house. Venus, Aquarius, and the 6th house. Let's keep going. Nothing's coming to me immediately. Well, it's working on me a little bit. I'm getting feelings, but no words for the feelings. So we're going to keep on keeping on. Venus, Aquarius. There's something about doing something. Find a balance. Full moon in Libra. Okay. Venus, Aquarius, and the 6th house. Let's keep going. And as soon as it falls on through for me, I will illuminate all. As soon as it illuminates itself for me. The oyster. Are we taking any more animals, spirit animals? No, just the oyster. Okay. And then, what is my next deck? The tarot deck. Find balance. I know Venus is Libra's ruler. We have the Mystic, which is the Hierophant in traditional tarot. I don't know, I always do this. I never have enough room here. Sorry. Okay. We have Awakening, which is, what is it in traditional tarot? I think it's the word Judgment. I think this is a Judgment card in traditional tarot. Well, we have 2 cards, so I'll take them both. Temperance, again, the balance message, and Queen of Wands, but this is a major life event. So what's next on your spiritual path? Okay. So I was getting this when I rolled the dice, but when I look at the oyster, I'm getting it even more, which is that you're being asked to be brave at this time. It's almost like they're saying that what's next on your spiritual path is going to require an intense level of focus on some kind of, okay, I'm getting authenticity and be you, right? But that's not a message really. Those are just words. But that's what keeps coming through. There needs to be intense focus on your individuality. There we go. There needs to be intense focus on your individuality and coming to your center so that you can view things neutrally. It's time to find this peaceful, harmonious balance in the way that you move through your life for whatever is next to come your way, because there's something being attracted to you at this time, and it's going to require a strong sense of purpose and who you are. You need to know who you are, not even, know and be who you are. And that means you have to let go of things that you've been holding on to. You also kind of have to let go of the things that shut people out a little bit. That's interesting, because you can't be afraid of the world at this time is basically what's coming through for me, because there's some type of higher knowledge or wisdom that needs to come through your work. And I'm guessing the card literally says awakening. So I wonder if you're going through an awakening, and the point of the awakening is to get the oyster to open up. It's to get you to open up and to share your gifts, but it's going to require strong discernment moving forward, but also harmony. So finding that middle ground. So not shutting them out, but not necessarily letting it all flood in at one time either, I don't think. Temperance. I'm going to pull, what am I going to pull? I'm pulling another moon card. Okay. We're pulling another moon card to help illuminate this. Lighten up. I like that. I low-key think it's a message for me too. Lighten up. Last quarter moon in Leo. Okay, so this is the opposite sign of Aquarius. And so the balancing is coming more into focus here. There needs to be a balance between this intense focus on mission, on purpose, but at the same time, considering others, but they're not your focus, if that makes sense. They're not your focus. They're just something to consider moving forward, because something's coming to help open you up, and it may be a bit disruptive. It looks like it'll be in the workplace. Somebody with workplace, coworkers, that kind of thing. And it'll be important to strike a balance between you, what your desire, what your purpose is, what your mission is, what your higher vision is, but also considering the other people that are going to be involved in this great change. And you're being asked to know that it's not the end of the world, to lighten up and have fun with this change, to play. The Queen of Wands. To offer what you have to give, to not hesitate to offer what you have to give. Tracking down your fears and your desires. The fears usually highlight the desires. And so sometimes when we desire something a whole lot, we start introducing fears. It's like they help the identification with each other. So the fears that might be coming up at this time as the shell is being opened are really pointing to something that you truly want. And at the same time, if there's something you truly want, then you want to look at the fear that's blocking that thing, if that makes sense. And so the reason you're really fine-tuning and honing in all this is because it's going to help take you to the next level of your spiritual awakening. It's going to help you transition through this easier. So I get the sense that either awakening is impending. Is that, wait, I shouldn't say impending. That sounds like a bad word. Like awakening is on its way, or it's currently happening. You're in the midst of it. And this heads up is just saying, hey, you want to get this as smoothly as possible. This is going to require compromise, not a lessening of yourself. This compromise is actually a broadening of you, because sometimes compromise, I feel like, is someone giving up something and the other person giving up something, and they both lost something, and they're like, oh, it's cool, like we both compromise. And it doesn't really actually seem like the ultimate goal to me. To me, it should be everyone wins. Right? But sometimes for everyone to win, they have to recognize that what they think is a win isn't actually a win. And I think that's what's happening here, is you're asking to come to your center and find a balance between what you want and what others are mentioning around you and the fears that's stirring up within you. Because what it's actually doing is further highlighting what you truly want. What you think you want is like level 1, if that makes sense. And you have to do level 1 to get to level 2. You just have to. So there's nothing wrong with what you want. It's just identifying the fact that what you currently want to create or experience requires relationship with others, collaboration with others, to further illuminate what the bigger picture is, what you truly want, where the big prey is, if that makes sense. Because I'm looking at the hunter card. It's like you want the big hunt. If you're a fisher, it's like you want the big fish. You just want the little fish. I don't even eat fish. I don't talk like that, but or animals. But not that matters. What I'm trying to say is, if you're a hunter, you're not taking just anything that comes your way. If you're an honorable hunter, which I'm sure you are, you're not just taking anything that comes your way, any little something that comes your way. You're taking the big game. There it is, the big game. And you're showing respect for the big game. And you are going to take down that game in a respectful manner. And you're going to show gratitude towards it. And you're going to feed yourself and your tribe and your family. It's going to have this domino effect on those all around you. And that's why Spirit is saying this thing that might make you a little uncomfortable, make you pull towards these relationships with others and having to strike a balance between yourself and that other. It's a work that's beyond you and greater than you, and we can only show you so much at a time. So please don't stick to that initial vision and allow others to illuminate the further vision for you, because they're scared too. On some level, they're nervous too, and they're being drawn to you because there's a leadership quality coming from within you. And you're the type of leader that doesn't necessarily acknowledge they're a leader. You're not a bossy person per se. You're just a person that might be a person that's like, I know what I should do, and or I think I know what I should do, and everyone else can just figure out what they need to do too. But really, there's a key that you have to provide others with, but you have to open up enough for them to even peep that key. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the message here, is during this awakening, it's a way to get you to open up to other people and allow for collaboration to ensue so that your great work can begin, which is in the area of your workplace or collaboration or coworkers or service. Some kind of service energy is coming up here. And the service you have to give is you. You've been cultivated all this time for something to give to other people, but you have to get to a place where you don't fear the collaboration with other people. You don't fear the fears that may come along with interacting with other people on that scale and inviting them into your world of that nature. All right, so I think that's it. Yes, so that is what's next for you on your spiritual journey. I wish you well. I think this is going to turn out beautifully, because when does Venus show up and it doesn't? I think this can actually be quite a pleasurable experience for you as you just release your judgment on the matter. Release your previous judgments on the matter. Understand you're working with a new energy field and things are not the same. So allow magic to come work through you and appear around you. All right. Thank you so much. If you are following me to the next pile or the next group, next master or guide, then I'll see you there. Otherwise, I love you so much. Thank you for spending your time with me. Bye-bye. All right. For our final message on what's next on this spiritual path, on the spiritual journey of ascension or awakening, wherever you are in your journey, we have She-Wolf, unleash the wild within. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, I probably should let that just happen, right? That's probably a message for you too. Just let things happen, man. Let it all out. Woman, man, either way. Aquarius again. Right? Yeah. Okay. Aquarius again. That makes sense. She-Wolf, unleash the wild within. Aquarian woman vibes. Third house and Neptune. Ooh. You're quite disruptive for those around you, I think. In a good way. I mean, I don't know if they perceive it as a good way or not. That's not our business. But it is a good way. Let's see. What card are we pulling next? Oh my, what? No, I don't think I'm being guided to go to tarot next, but. So you may be guided to do things a bit out of order, out of the ordinary. And there might be some pushback there from you or from others. Okay, the peacock came through again. Very, very, very highly admired individual, whether they say it or not. You know how some people will act like there's this person that shows up with this energy and it changes the energy of the room, and they're very different. And some people are threatened by that and they get all worked up and they're like, oh, you know, whatever. Maybe they say it, maybe they don't. They don't need to say it, especially if you're empathic. You don't need someone to say, ooh, Scorpion. Transformative energy. But anyways, sometimes you are extremely admired by that person. You know what I mean? Like, but they're not comfortable with the things that you put on display because it's something that they haven't convinced themselves to put on display that may be within them that's kind of like dying slowly, so to speak. And I think it upsets the energy around you. Look at that. Fire ant and Scorpion. Yeah, I think that your energy sometimes upsets those around you, but you have to say to hell with that and continue to be who you are. So what is next on your spiritual path? This upset coming to the surface. Because you are beautiful. There's something in you that needs to be unleashed, and it rocks people's worlds, especially those within the close community of you. You're different. You're standing out. You bring with you this ethereal energy of another world, probably because you are of another world, right? Incarnate on this world, and it rocks people's boat. And that's because it shakes up those lower chakras, I think. The root chakra, sacral, and solar. That's what I'm seeing. It shakes up some dormant energies within there, energies where a lot of fear is stored, and energy to get released has to come up, right? It has to come up to be released. And that's actually what they're feeling. And so some of them, some of them self-aware might actually work through that and it's all good. And some of them misunderstand what's happening. Uh, um, and so it causes this tension within them. Okay. But you're being told to keep on shining, to keep being who you are, because this is not only good for them, it's good for you. To be who and what you are in the face of adversity, but adverse opinions and adverse feelings on the matter, whether they speak on it or not. Like I said, if you're an empathic person, they don't need to speak on it. You pick up on it, right? But not to alter your course for that, because you're here to ground the energies of whatever it is you're connected to. Look, 2 Pisces. Yeah. Very ethereal. Look at that. Very ethereal, otherworldly energy. This is so cool. Full moon in Pisces, forgive. And last quarter moon in Pisces, talk less, feel more. You're being asked to address your feelings on the matter when it comes to them. Don't pay attention to those feelings so that you can release them as well. So that you can let it go and make new decisions about what it is that you want to be, what it is you want to feel. This Piscean energy is very sensitive, very subject to the environment when they are not healed, when they are not self-aware, very subject to the energies of their environment. But when they are aware, when they are healing, when they are going through an awakening or on their ascension path, this Piscean energy does the opposite. It affects the energy in the room. You can feel that energy, but you can take that power and it now goes onto the outside. Because before, when you were taking in that energy, maybe you're still doing it sometimes, and feeling the energy of the room and not feeling quite great about it, that was you going through your own initiatory paths, your own learning, your own mastery of the mind and the emotional body. And now that you're going through these awakenings, ascension journeys, whichever it is for you, you are learning to set your own pace, to set your own course based on the energy you came into this world with. You came to ground and affect the world around you, to make space for the new worlds that are here and now, incarnating and establishing itself as the earth is transitioning to her new status. And so you want to remember that you don't need to prove anything with your words. Let them feel you, okay? Let them feel your new world. All right, let's get these cards in. You need to stay true to who you are, remain highly individualistic as you are, and forgive them. Forgive them because they're not aware. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what they're doing. There's no need to be mad at unaware beings. It's like being mad at a child for like spilling a cup of milk or something. I mean, some people actually get mad at that, but you're like, listen, this child's, they're not thinking about where that cup is. You know what I mean? The milk is spilled and whatever. Let's move on with our day. Queen of Wands. Yep, that's the great attractor. Highly influential on her environment as well. And as a result, calls in all that she needs. The witch, master manifester. This is all about that energetic body, whoever you are. You will have what you need. You call in what you have for your specific energetic frequency. You have all that you need to create the world that you want to live in and to visualize what you want to live in. You're highly intuitive. You're highly in touch with the divine. And that is intentional. Whoa. Temperance coming through again. And so you just want to balance that energy out. Okay, I'm so sorry I got interrupted, but I just wanted to wrap this reading out with that's what you want to do. You want to go ahead and make sure that you're considering yourself in the equation whenever you are encountering these people. You want to tap into your feelings and understand that a lot of that feeling are these other people's discomfort and feeling. And you want to embody the beautiful energy that's within you so that you can go ahead and ground that energy in the here and now. And that is what you need to know next on your spiritual path. And by the way, all this discomfort, all this nonsense, it's coming to an end, and it's a beautiful ending. It's like you mastered or are mastering. Yeah. And it's had some inner child work at play as well. You're getting back in touch with that wild child within you. That's a beautiful thing. And you are moving on to another step in your ascension or awakening journey. All right, that's everything. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you so much. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.